Are you a cat lover who loves the idea of owning your own cat cafe? Then this is the podcast for you. Join me, Angeli Rodriguez, owner of the Woody Whisker Cat Cafe and author of the book Drinks and Whiskers, as I walk you through my tips and tricks to help you open a successful cat cafe. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Drinks and Whiskers podcast, the place to be to get the inside scoop on what it's like to open and run a successful cat cafe. I'm your host, Angeli Rodriguez, and today we are going to be talking about the worst and best things about owning a cat cafe. Okay, here are the worst things. I was totally honest with you, so get ready. Here we go. The worst thing, HR issues. This is just my opinion, but you want your team to be trustworthy, hardworking, and as in love with your cat cafe as you are. But the thing is that most people think that working at a cat cafe is playing with cats or getting a paycheck when it is really so much more. I've had people steal from our local loyalty program, demand higher pay, then suddenly quit when I told them I couldn't afford it, not be truthful about doing the work that needed to be done, and more. So here's what you can do to kind of try and avoid my little pitfalls that I've made. Have a good interviewing process and be completely honest about what the job entails so that you can manage their expectations. The last thing you want to do is spend time training someone so they just turn around and quit because it's not what they expected. I didn't have any HR experience before owning my own business, so it was a bit of a learning curve for me. I don't like confrontation. I really hate doing corrective actions, but I have gotten better at giving feedback, and I found that a more effective approach is to take a coaching approach versus an authoritative approach. So don't treat them like your children, treat your team like they're adults, like you're trying to help them learn how you want things done. Just keep in mind, though, that having a bad apple in the group is bad for the whole team, and it's best to let that bad apple go as soon as possible. The simplest way to do that is just by telling them your services are no longer required. Keep the conversation short and don't give them any reason to argue. And that's what I have to say about HR issues. I'm sure that there's way more things that you can learn, but that's just what I've learned in my 5 years as being a business owner. So we'll go on to the next worst thing, getting bad reviews. So one of my biggest pet peeves is opening up a Google review only to have it be somebody complaining about my space. Don't get me wrong, I highly value my customers' feedback. If the complaint is legitimate, I will try my best to make things right. But if the review is complaining that, oh, you were out of cold brew, or, we had to remind you to follow the rules when you were not paying attention to your child in the cat room, or something like, what was the one that I got the other day? It was so annoying. Like, if you like cats, I guess you could go to this place. That was just so annoying. I have absolutely no sympathy for those types of responses. But the best thing to do is to take out the emotion from your response and stick to the facts. Stay professional and firm. This is the hardest thing that I find about it because this is my baby. Like the cat cafe is my fourth child. So I take it very personally anytime somebody says anything bad about the cat cafe. Now, if it's legitimate, I will try my best to make it right. But if it's just some stupid person who's coming in and just saying, well, I guess if this is for you, and then gives us 3 stars, I'm like, why are you even offering a review? Like, don't come in at all. But anyways, this is what my husband tells me. Always stay professional but firm. Don't let it get you down. Just state the facts, and respond to it accordingly. But in my opinion, don't let it get you down. Not everybody is going to be your target customer. Focus on the people who want to help you succeed and respond to those reviews. The next worst thing about owning a cat cafe is developing allergies and asthma from years of cleaning the litter boxes. What's really, really sad is that it's totally preventable. And so it's very easy to protect yourself. You just need to wear a mask that filters out all those dust particles, and you won't have that issue that I have now. So please, please, please use a mask when cleaning litter boxes. And then the next word, this is the last worst thing, and then we're going to go to the positive stuff. But when things break down, nothing is worse than you're going to go do something like grind some espresso beans and you press the button and nothing happens. Or you have a long line of people and your ticket printer stops working. Or your music turns off. Or the toilet stops working. Gah! Stuff like this happens, it'll be okay. All right. So just take a deep breath and go into your troubleshooting mode. Communicate, first of all, be very honest, communicate with your customers and ask for their patience. People are normally very understanding. So if you let them know, hey, the ticket printer's not working, it's going to take a little bit longer to get your orders, my apologies, they're usually very understanding. The other thing that I do quite often is just pray because I have a tendency to just panic. And so praying helps me kind of calm down and, get my wits about me so that I can get into like the troubleshooting mode and figure out what's going on. And then in the worst case scenario, just call somebody. So if something's not, we had the electricity go out at our place one time, call the electrician and get them to come out. Or if your toilet's not working, call the plumber. Or if your internet's out, call, your internet provider and have them help you. But if it's something simple, right? Like, oh, you just have to fiddle with this wire over here. Once you figure out a way to fix the problem, write it down. Do yourself a favor, write it down and make a troubleshooting guide for your team and communicate to your team and educate your team so that they also know how to fix the problem and that you're not always the one who keeps getting contacted to fix simple issues. All right, well, enough about all of that negative stuff. Let's go on to the best things about owning a cat cafe. My personal favorite is the cats. I have access to 20 adoptable cats anytime I want to. And their cute little personalities make me smile every single day. I absolutely love it when shy cats come out of their shell. That's like the second thing that I absolutely adore. The day that they realize that they're safe and they rub up against you, like they're saying, thanks for taking care of me, is just so, so fulfilling and rewarding to me. You see them getting comfy and cozy in the cat lounge. It's just the best feeling in the world. Cat adoptions, absolutely my number one favorite. When you're able to help that one cat who's been in the shelter for 4 years get adopted. Our little Speckle was in the rescue for 4 years, and she finally got adopted, and it was really, truly just such a magical day. Um, the other absolute best thing about the cat cafe is my customers, my actual true target market customers. Like the look on people's faces when they walk in and they see that oh my gosh, you actually have cats, and they're just so happy and so excited. Or when people, are just like, oh my God, let me show you pictures of my cats at home. I love seeing pictures of customers' cats, and I don't care like how many like it's so nice and wonderful to see and figure out their names, learn about their personalities. I absolutely adore that. It creates that connection with your customers and just with people that just really just warms your soul and makes you feel happy. And it just my absolute favorite. And then I also love it when people say, are you the owner? Oh my God, I love this place. Thank you for doing this. It really means so much to me. It makes all the hard work worth it, to get that validation, right? That feedback from people saying that they really enjoy the space. I also absolutely adore meeting future cat cafe owners and talking to them about their plans. I love talking to people about how they can make their cat cafe dreams come true. So if that's something that you are interested, like really, really have been thinking about doing, like I'm your person, like I be your number one fan, to help you get it started. So that's it. So owning a cat cafe is just such a huge rewarding experience. I 100% do not regret for 1 second leaving behind my corporate job. It hasn't been an easy road. There has been challenges, but everything I have found it to be exciting, rewarding, purposeful, and I finally feel like I'm doing my part to make the world just a little bit kinder, more compassionate, and happier. So there you have it, the worst and best things about opening and owning a cat cafe. I hope you found this information helpful. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, how will you warm hearts with a drink and a whisker? Thanks. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Drinks and Whiskers podcast. If you enjoyed it, please take a moment to like this episode, subscribe, and leave an honest review. If you want more information, you can purchase the Drinks and Whiskers book right now on Amazon.com, or you can reach me at Angeli@wittywhisker.com. Now it's time to get out there and start your cat cafe dream. How will you warm hearts with a drink and a whisker?